mortal remains of those martyred 20 soldiers are now being brought back to their native areas in the states. We are getting the final journey of Colonel B. Santosh Babu from the 16th Bihar Regiment, who was the commanding officer of the unit that was guarding the post at the LAC when the violent standoff happened. Krishnamurthy is right there in Suryapet reporting live. Krishnamurthy, over to you.
We are outside Santosh Babu's residence right now, where just about a couple of minutes ago, people have started paying their last respects, and as you can see, everyone has been asked to wait for their turn. They've been asked to wait for their turn. They've been asked to make social distancing. The body is placed right outside their house, and people are paying their last respects. After some times, when people will come across, and his body will be placed here for about a couple of hours, at least till about 10:30. Now, this is the podium which has been put across right now, and the body will be placed here for a couple of hours. And what you're seeing right now is the army personnel who are ready here for standby, who will literally have guard of honor. And these are not our normal army personnel. In fact, these are the personnel of the 16th Bihar Regiment of Colonel Santosh Babu, who have been there. They work with him, and these are the same personnel, in fact, who are in fact offering going to take the guard of honor. They will in fact after this, about 10:30 is when they'll proceed to the farmhouse of Colonel Santosh, about 5 kilometers from here, whereas when he will be laid to rest. He will be cremated there, and then that's when around 10:30-11 a guard of honor will be created. There will be a long procession from here, because he has about a lot of followers from here, and in fact a lot of people who have gathered here who will be paying the respects. As you can see, public from across from Hyderabad and Suryapet have come right now, and who are waiting for their turn to pay their last respects. Now it's on public display. As you can see, a lot of arrangements are made for the last rite. In fact, the public in fact are coming in huge numbers. The line in fact extends till the end of this road, and extending to the highway, where in fact and as you can see, a lot of posters put across the towns. People in fact have voluntarily taken up measures to go ahead and put up these posters like these, and in fact a lot of wreath also has been brought up. People are showing the last respect. They have put up wreaths, and this will be put across on the body of Colonel Santosh Babu when it will be brought out and put outside, right out of his house, for a couple of more hours, because a lot of people are waiting to pay their last respects. His friends, family, and even general public, in fact, who are moved by the entire bravery of Colonel Santosh Babu, and how he in fact went ahead and tackled and sacrificed life for the country. That is in fact also family is also saying that they actually went ahead and they were happy that his son in fact went ahead and sacrificed his life for the nation. They in fact Colonel Santosh Babu's father in fact was also one of the persons. In fact, he went ahead and told that he wanted to be in the army, he wanted to be on the field, but he couldn't pursue his dream, and that's why now he has in fact gone ahead and he in fact asked his son to go ahead and join the Sainik school, and Santosh Babu is a product of Sainik school. What is among army personnel whom we spoke to, they remember Santosh Babu as someone who in fact rose up to the ranks. He was a very clean guy, he was very and that's why in about 15 years of his career he could become a colonel, and he had a very good reputation. And today, as you can see, his own personnel, the Bihar regiment personnel in fact are going to give the guard of honor for him when he will be put to rest finally at about 10:30 or 11. A lot of arrangements, family, people have been flocking in huge numbers. In fact, if I can just show you the extent of the crowd, in fact it's actually going, there's a lot of people who have extended. In fact, this is right next to the highway which connects Hyderabad to Vijayawada, and the queue starts from here, and it's about at least a kilometer and a half where it starts from the highway. People are waiting in queue. They've come in hordes to pay their respects. It's not just his friends or relatives or family. family, it's the general public, as you can see, who are in fact waiting to pay their respects to Santosh Babu. And in fact, it's the district administration made a lot of arrangements, and as you can see, people have been asked to maintain the social distancing and pay their last respects. And in fact, the police in fact is kind of coordinating with the army to ensure that there is absolutely no mismanagement, and absolutely there is no chaos, because there are people who are emotional. In fact, even yesterday, many people brought the Indian flag and felt that they did come across and speak to the parents, said that their son has sacrificed himself for the country, and they are very, very proud of him, but his death needs to be avenged. And those are the kind of emotions which people are in fact coming ahead and paying their last respects to. And right now, the army in fact went ahead and in fact recommended the Telangana government to ensure that his Bihar regiment, his own company, in fact comes ahead and offer the last respects. And that is what we're going to see in some time from now. At about 10:30 or 11 is when they will in fact go ahead and offer the last respects. After this, the final journey will begin. There's a wooden compartment which has been placed here. His body will be placed outside after some time, where public can offer their respects. And also after that is when it's about a 5-kilometer procession from here. It's going to be a long procession. At about 5 kilometers from here is an ancestral property of Suresh Babu. It's a half an acre of land of where he'll be finally paid to. In fact, only yesterday when the family decided that the funeral will be held in their own ancestral property, and also the fight was decided that a grand favor will be given. The 21-gun salute will be given for Santosh Babu from his own regiment, and right now, as you can see, they are waiting for some personnel waiting for body to be brought out. The army personnel are ensuring that every 10:30, at least by 10:30 or 11, they need to ensure that the public pay their last respects and finally head for the procession, which is going to be a very long one, because a lot of people are expected to follow the entire funeral procession, which is about at least 5 kilometers away from this particular spot, and where he'll be finally put to rest. And as you can see, this is the Bihar regiment who are proudly focusing, and they have bought out their brand. They are in fact focusing on the entire funeral procession. A guard of honor will be given. In fact, early this morning they did have a practice of how to go ahead and give a guard of honor, and now the corps in fact are ready. The company is waiting to ensure that the entire procession goes ahead and everything goes on smoothly. But again, very, very happy to see. Something which is very quite emotional for the parents as well is the amount of public which is in fact turning up to ensure that they pay their final respects to Colonel Santosh Babu. And this is what the family is happy about. They say that their son, they knew the dangers of sending their own kith and kin to the army. They know that someday, their fear is they might not return alive, and their fears did come out true, but they were happy that their son in fact sacrificed their life for the nation. And that is what matters more, and the love and affection which is being shown across by not just friends and family, but also the general public, which is in fact paying the last respects. Something which the family is quite not happy, but then they are in fact happy that people are coming in large numbers to pay their last respects. Such is the connection which Santosh Babu had. In fact, most of his friends and teachers who turned up yesterday also pointed out that is what Santosh Babu had gained. He was very, very active personnel, active in his during 15 years of service, and that is what the love and affection is being shown right now at his funeral.